property's worth $500,000, and you owe 100,000. Let's just go high, 60% loan to value. I mean, that guy telling you, I will loan you $300,000 on your property. So you look up, I owe 100. So that means your 300 becomes 200,000. Now you got $200,000 of liquid to go out and invest and make a move with. Now, you're gonna be paying a high-ass interest rate on this hard money, right? And hard, they don't really require a whole lot. You work it. Nothing. They really can care less. They just want to make sure that they're going to take that property that's worth $500,000 that they only gave you $300,000 towards. So they're $200,000 up. So it's designed for you to lose. So you don't want to touch hard money until you know exactly what you're going to do with that hard money. I'm going to grab the money here, fix this up, flip this, get my profit, pay the hard money dude back, and continue to do it again and again and again and again. Just touching up on something I've been going through, you know, and this is some real shit, and it's growth for me. The more I obtain, the more I got. More money, more profits. All of us that come from the streets, the block, all of us that make decisions that we're gonna change and do something different. The decision of who we will deal with and who we don't no longer want to deal with. It's all gonna be a backlash from that, right? How you gauge that backlash and how you deal with it, your brothers, your comrades, your associates is gonna change. The bigger you get in business, the people you know, the people you deal with is gonna change. People not gonna make sense. You know, when I was 13, 14, 15 years old, I may have been in the third, fourth chapter, you know, right? At 40 years old, my friend that was my age back then is still in his first book. He really doesn't make sense to me. So at that point in time, you gotta make a decision like, is this dude I won't ride in my car? Why? Because we may go to the liquor store and he may go in the motherfucking rob it while I'm sitting in the car, run out, jump in the car and take some play. They come to my house, they arrest me, I'm Wack100. Yo, who's the dude that robbed? We know it wasn't you, but you was the getaway driver. Either take this 20 years and tell us who the dude was that robbed jumped in your car. I gotta be quiet. Take the 20 years because I can't snitch. So I ask yourself, whose fault is it? Majority of people will say it's that nigga fault who went in there and robbed that store and I don't know nothing about it. Nah, it's your fault for having a motherfucker in your car that you knew that was for, but still in the first book in the third chapter when you know you're on your 10th book and the 19th chapter. Everybody ain't for everything. This is to all street dudes. All street dudes, right? Do self, right? This shit ain't designed to stay in it forever. A certain loyalty to those that you come up with, that's good, who ain't figured out half of what you figured out, tell you what you supposed to be doing. Because this dude is still going home to his mama. He's still asking the homie for $5, $10 and all this bullshit, right? So whatever he talking about is down and ain't down and all that shit. Look, I don't want to be down. I want to be responsible. All right? So aim towards being responsible. And if you're still in the streets, that's cool. Be responsible in the streets. Don't drink and drive. You know your surroundings. Know what you're doing. Know when some bullshit is going on. Know when to get out the way. Know when to get in the way. Know who to talk to. Know who to deal with. It's just real shit. All right, now let's get back to the first truck I brought was a Century class Freightliner. I spent $30,000 on it. That same $30,000 truck, 2 years later, I bought a Peterbilt. I spent like maybe $150,000 on it. That same $150,000 truck made the same money the $30,000 truck brought. It was just it was a preference. You know what I mean? The Peterbilt held together longer. And actually, I still had that truck. It's shit. I brought that one like 2003. I still have to trade it and go when I want to. Park it. What I do is invest in the proper equipment. You know, don't go and say, well, I can get this equipment for 50 grand other than pay $85,000 for that equipment, because you'll end up putting another $50,000 into that $50,000 equipment instead of just spending the 85 and have. So spend your money on the right equipment. When you go in to fill out your app, read them. If it says any felony older than 7 or 10 years, you don't have to write it down, jot it down. Okay, if you went to jail in 2002 and you're just getting out of jail in 2017, the last time you was convicted was 2002. That felony is 15 years old. They're not talking about from the date or the time. By law, you don't have to state that felony. You have to put that down, right? Now, if you know your felony is 4 years old and they're telling you anything in 7 years, you know, we need to know about it. Do not lie, because they're going to pull your record. Tell the truth with explanation. Majority of people that you go in to talk to that's interviewing, they're human beings too. They have sister, brothers, and, you know, aunts, uncles, and people in their family that made mistakes too, that, you know, that might have needed a second chance. So, you know, in my business, if you tell people the truth and be honest with them and give them the proper explanation, you know, they'll usually give you a shot at it. If you lie, it tells them something about your character, and it's a great chance that they're going to shoot you down anyway. You're not trustworthy. See the questions you got. TBT, yeah, TBT. Definitely, they'll fight your tickets for you. You won't have to go in. Google them, TBT, they're in Oklahoma City. Like a starter fee, it's a $40 a month fee. Credit rating. All right, well, rule of thumb is you want to keep your credit limit at like 25%. So let's use a number we all can relate to. So if you got a credit card that got a $1,000 limit, right? Half of that would be $500, and 25% will be $250. So every month, right, you want to make sure you pay that credit card that you use that whole $1,000 to make sure all you owe is 25% of your credit, right? That's going to keep them, you know, giving you more and more and more credit. Stop paying cash for everything. Pay your utility bills, your car insurance, pay everything with those credit cards, then take your cash and put it back on the credit card, right? In turn, it's going to show history. Is going to say you're using money, you're paying it back, and you're going to keep raising your credit limit. And that's what you want. You look up, man, you have 4 or 5 credit cards worth $75,000 a piece. Your buddy call you and say, yo, we got this investment thing. You can get in with 25 grand. Shit, you got it. You know what I'm saying? You know, something going on if you trucking and you know you got to buy some tires or something. You don't got to use your liquid. Use the credit card. Do a few runs and pay it back. You know what I'm saying? Keep your money in your pocket. Now, take the bills off automatic payment. If the bills are, have it pulled from your credit card and take your liquid. Extend your credit. You know what I'm saying? You want your credit limit to go as high as they're going to take you. I got some cards I started with $2,000. You know, they got a credit limit now, $30,000, $40,000. Because I continue to use it every month. Instead of me going to take my cash and paying something directly, I may pay it with my credit card and use the cash, put it back on the credit card.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. Cleaning credit. Anything that's on your credit that's 7 years and older, you can apply to all 3 credit bureaus and dispute them. If it's 7 years and older, they're automatically going to fall off. They're going to fall off. Okay? Um, there are people out there that clean up credit, but I'm gonna give you some basic, simple things. A lot of these companies has closed down. A lot of these furniture companies that y'all went and got furniture from and things of that nature, right? You dispute those as well because